It was Micah, Kamrass, and Brad Pyle who campaigned their way to a landslide victory last year with a platform of more than 150 proposed initiatives.
I know so much more now having done this for a year than I did at the beginning. And you know, I think we were very prepared at the beginning and came in and really knew what we were doing. We also put together an incredible team. We've had some of the most dedicated, intelligent students in the university working with us on these ideas. And as we've added more people and included more people in the process, we've learned that some of the platform ideas might be great ideas, but there's ways to make them even better and more effective. So we've been really pleased with that. The budget deliberations downtown are a slow process and something that will take a while. We've met with several state legislators, including pretty influential ones when it comes to education, to the budgeting process, and proposed this idea. And we believe it's going to be entered in as an amendment to the budget. And we'll see what happens from there. There's no way of really predicting what the legislature will do. We'll certainly be advocating, but we have seen that it will likely get entered in, and there will be an opportunity. So we're pushing it, and we're very hard, but we're pushing as hard as we can. But we never know what's going to happen downtown. But I think it's a pretty big accomplishment that we think we're going to get it as part of the budget added in. Another few things from the platform that we think we're going to have done soon that we're really proud of is we think that there's going to be a recycling machine up in fall that will pay people to recycle their cans. We're really excited about that, and we're trying to close that deal in the next 2 weeks. And an idea that we got recently that wasn't in the platform is we've purchased 2 new vehicles for student safety services, because we'd heard from a lot of students that they were waiting too long or told we can't pick you up at that time, and safety is so important. So we're going to be purchasing 2 new vehicles for student safety services in the next couple of weeks, which will make it so that that's a service that's even better at keeping our students safe. There's always things that come up, especially when you're in such an organization that's so involved in everything, like Ohio State. So a number of things came up. There was a Supreme Court case this summer called Christian Legal Society versus Martinez that said that universities could make changes so that groups that receive student activity fee funding did not discriminate in any fashion, which we actually had an exemption that has allowed for some groups to discriminate. And today, actually, in the Council of Student Affairs, after 9 months of work on it, on all the students, we passed something through Council on Student Affairs changing the rules so that our students cannot discriminate in any form or fashion if they want to receive student activity fee funding, and we're very proud of that. The Republican Party took over the House of Representatives here, and both at the federal level and here at the state level, and the governor's office here. And that a shift in politics affects a public university like ours. So we were very involved in a letter writing campaign with Governor Kasich's office to ask them to prioritize higher education in their budget. And we met with the governor's staff too and worked on that. As far as the budget goes, I think that we were disappointed with some of the cuts that we're going to be getting, but I think that it could have been a lot worse. And I think that's in part because of our advocacy efforts and advocacy efforts of students all across the state. Also, tuition cannot go up by any more than 3.5% next year, which there were a lot of speculation that tuition was going to go up 10, 15, 20% in some places. So I think that's an incredible win for students with affordability, which is one of the things that we hear all the time is a major concern. So that was another thing that came up. So one that I'm very personally excited about is we just hired a new director of rec sports, and it has been over a year since there's been a director of rec sports here at Ohio State. And he's really great. His name's Don Stenta, and he's very student friendly. And we've been working with him on 2 technology related issues. One, that instead of there being a hotline that people can call if intramural games are canceled, that they get a text message that they're canceled. And that is going to be in place, I believe, sometime next year. And I think that will make intramural sports a lot more convenient. We have this Ohio weather, and you never know what's going to happen. So I think that will be nice. The other thing that has bothered me for years since I've been here is that when students go to sign up for intramural sports, they have to stand outside and wait in line. It's generally very cold, at least 2 of the 3 quarters when we go to do that. And I think it's kind of embarrassing that that's still the case at the university. We have a commitment, but that by the time we move to semesters, students will be able to register for intramurals online. So really thankful for that. And I think that will help. It's somewhat technology related, but as it comes to course scheduling, one thing that we learned during the campaign when we met with the ROTC students is that they said that scheduling is very difficult for them because they're up very early in the morning doing their training regimen, and that they try to get to sleep at a decent hour because they have to be here so early. And so we actually worked with committee on enrollment and student progress, and to get it so that those students would have priority scheduling, which they now have as a result of those efforts. So I think that that's something, with scheduling and technology that has helped them, and just a nice thing that we could do, and that's in the platform also.